tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
The views and opinions expressed on Trudging Together are solely those of the host, co-host, and our guests. They do not necessarily reflect the views of any organization, fellowship, or other entity, and definitely not your boss, your neighbor, or that one guy in your home group. The content of this program is not intended to replace medical, psychological, or professional advice. If you're looking for that, please seek guidance from qualified professionals who spent way too many years in school. What you'll hear here is based on lived experience, recovery journeys, and the occasional bad coffee-fueled joke. Trudging Together is not affiliated with any 12-step fellowship. We are simply people sharing our stories and walking this path together, one day at a time. Thank you for joining us, and remember, recovery is serious business, but that doesn't mean we can't laugh along the way.
Morning. Happy Friday. It's time to do the Daily Trudge. I will do my best. I'm not feeling very well. So, let's just say I was up a few times last night praying to the porcelain god. Yeah. Almost feels like it's old stuff, right? It's like, man, why do I still go through this? So, I kind of feel like somebody beat the crap out of me. My stomach still hurts. It's not like that anymore, though. But I will do the best that I can. That's all I really can do. So, morning, Tyler. It's good to see you, brother. It's good to see you. I'm feeling a little discouraged today. Every time it seems like I'm making some headway in what I do, I just find, there's a company here called COPA. And what they do is they certify people, and they're supposed to, but they're doing the same thing as everybody else, where they're really just handing the resources to the same people. And I confronted them on it yesterday. I confronted the executive director, and they blew me off. Not only did they blow me off, they flat out lied to me. Flat out lied. And of course, then they turn around and they're like, if you want to file a complaint, you got to go. See, won't even take accountability. Won't even sit down with somebody in the public that has a concern because they're seeing something. And they know who I am. All these people are friends on Facebook. They go do things. See, they're friends, right? These are ride or die. And this is what's wrong. I find it funny that these are the same people that got mad at our POTUS for taking away the money. But even one of these people, they went to Cabo to see Blue October, and they had backstage tickets. This is an interventionist. You got money for that to do it on the fly? Something's wrong. See, it doesn't fit, does it? When I got another interventionist over here who does great work, who's wondering how she's going to pay her fucking rent. Come on. There's got to be a breaking point. There's got to be a breaking point. Enough. Okay. We need the government out of recovery, period. I spoke with a man yesterday. His name's Jason Clark. He's running for governor. And even if he doesn't become governor, we're going to at least make some kind of effect. It has got to be better. I believe in recovery equity. Everybody gets the same shot. We've got a lot of great recovery coaches, peer coaches, a lot of really good people in the industry, but they are put down. They're set aside because they will not jump on the bandwagon for these popular places. They won't do it. It's kind of disheartening. It makes my job a little bit harder, right? Notice a lot of people aren't talking to me, right? Well, they don't comment, things like that. If I see you, like my birthday was a week ago, and I will notice if you said happy birthday to somebody but not me, I notice that shit. What are these games? Maybe that's just partly me, but I'm gonna start removing those people. I don't. Why are you even on my fucking page then? Why'd you even accept my friend request? Can we be honest? I don't want to be friends with you, Dion. You're kind of, pushy. I am. I'm a little peppery. I am. Yeah. All right. In fact, when I went on Monty's show, I can't wait for that to start back up. I think it starts not this Monday, but next Monday. We'll be back. Tyler and I will be back next Thursday. We already got a topic. We got a really good topic, too. I've already forgotten what it is, so I hope you wrote it down. But there's another guy in there. It's me, Monty, and Roger. Well, I should say Monty, Roger, and I. I should be listed last in that, honestly. And he's like, Roger, you want to know why I'm glad Dion's on the show? He's like, why? He's like, because he's very opinionated. See, honesty. I love it. I love it. I know I'm a little crazy. I know that. I don't, and I understand, and I work with it. Does it come into this a little bit? Sure, it does. I'm not going to be something I am not. I already lived that life, and it almost killed me, man. I will not take any chance to do that. All right. Guess what time it is? I really got to work on this segue. Gonna be a while, though. I don't even know how much work I'm going to get done today, but you know what time it is. What time is it? It's time for Dion's Daily Funnies, which he steals from, well, I just asked for good dad jokes. The hard part is I haven't been keeping track of which ones I'm telling, but I think we'll know. This one, we haven't said any of these ones. All right, but all these ads, man, everywhere you go, ads. How can you read anything when you're like, do, and then the page moves? All right. See, it wasn't even on the right joke anymore. All right, let's do it. I'll do the best that I can. I'm not Mr. Happy, Joy today, but that's all right. What did the Jaguar cat? Why did the Jaguar cat the tightrope water? Oh, sorry. What? Yeah, that threw it way off. Why did the Jaguar eat? Not cat. Why did the Jaguar eat the tightrope walker? It was craving a well-balanced meal. Now, this one you may know. So I'm going to give you a little bit to think on it. Now, remember, there's a lag of about 10 seconds. So you could say if you were right or not. I trust you. All right, but I'll give you a couple I guess to think about. What is a knight's favorite fish? You're not supposed to have dead air. So I got to at least say something, even if you're not supposed to have dead air. Swordfish. Swordfish. All right. These aren't as funny, but that's okay. What do you call a sleeping bull? A bulldozer. A bulldozer. I know I'm not laughing at these. I do find them funny. It's just when I laugh, my tummy goes do 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 do, and I'm having stomach problems, and so that doesn't help, honestly. Why do seagulls fly over the sea? Because if they flew over the bay, they would be bagels. All right. That's what I need. A little. Don't. That's the noise that I need. All right. I'm trying to get the production on this a little bit better, but like I said, it's going to be a little while. And I'm all over the place. I apologize. I'm doing the best I can. See, I've even said that 5 times. So welcome to Daily Trudge. My name is Dion. We're going to be in the big book today, page 134 or thereabouts. Sounds weird. We might be doing a little bit of repeating today. That's okay because the topic's a little different. So we're going to get something different out of it. That's what's great about the big book. Depending on where you are at in your recovery, your current perception and certain things is what you're going to get out of the big book. It will change depending on the topic. I'm telling you, the big book is divinely inspired. Whew. All right. If you're here, please say hello, whether you're watching the live or the rewatch. Okay. So we're going to grab our big book. Why do we call it a big book? because it's pretty big, right? Now, the original name of the big book was actually A Way Out. Yeah, that was the original name of the big book. But then they did a little searching and saw that there were 12 other ways out, books called A Way Out, around the same kind of topic. And we got Alcoholics Anonymous. Aren't you glad that you're a member of Alcoholics Anonymous and not a member of A Way Out? Divinely inspired. Do you think that was the people doing it? No, that was God. God giving direction through his children. Oh man, sex relations. This is our children. I'm not covering sex relations today. All right. So we're going to go back. Might as well just go ahead and let's go back to the bottom of page 131. No, we're just going to start at top page 132. We read this part a lot, but we're talking about our children, the children, right? But what about the children? The children, what about the children? Video resolution auto. When did they put that in? We're going to change it. I don't know if you noticed, but Oh, and I wanted to thank one of my listeners, Michelle, yesterday for letting me know. It wasn't happening to everybody, but my video was really choppy. And then I went and looked at my because you have your download, my upload. It was at like 1 point something. So no wonder. Okay. So I got it fixed. Now my upload's back to 500. So it shouldn't be doing that anymore. All right. Yeah, see, I don't need download. My download speed is like 900, right? It's the upload speed that I need. If you're going to podcast, you need upload speed, right? Download ain't going to matter much when you're doing videos, unless you're bringing on other content from like a different website or something. So just if you're, a little bit of advice from a person that's been doing this for a minute. We have been speaking to you of serious, sometimes tragic things. We have been dealing with alcohol in its worst aspect. Yeah. Wait till the day when you're sitting in the room with a person, it's just you and a newcomer, and they are begging for help, and you're going to feel your own inadequacy. Happened to me on Wednesday. I did everything that I could. I asked God for the right words. They did not call, but they're trying. They're trying. I'm still thinking about this person a couple of days later because I could see the pain in their eyes, and I know they don't want it anymore. Right? But we are not a glum lot either. Even now I don't feel that well, but if we can make a couple jokes and have a little bit of fun, I mean, I can try and have a good attitude even though I'm not feeling well. Right? And the cats were total jerks when I got up this morning. They were out of water. They were out of food. They want to go out. They want the window open. Gosh, your stupid needs. It was so much that I have one cat. What he doesn't meow at me. He just runs in front of me consistently until I feel it. Like, I think he's trying to kill me. I need to let him know I don't have life insurance. All right. See? More fun. If newcomers could see no joy in our existence, they wouldn't want it. It's the laughing that attracts people. And what the thing is since this new person coming in doesn't, since they are also a bullshitter, they know that your laughter is genuine. Yeah. There's nothing better than hearing somebody say, I want this to be my home group because I feel safe here. Oh, that's cool. All right. We absolutely insist on enjoying life. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to be happy, joyous, and free. I don't care if you're alcoholic, non-alcoholic. If you're a child of God, I do want true happiness in your life. Okay. Now go back to what I was saying earlier. Okay? People lie to me. Do I want true happiness for them? Yes, I do. But the thing is true happiness requires something. The truth. And without it, you ain't gonna get it. Internal, rigorous honesty, which is an inside honesty, right? So we try not to indulge in the cynicism over the state of the nations, nor do we carry the world's troubles on our shoulders. When we see a man sinking into the mire that is alcoholism, we give him first aid and place that what we have at his disposal for his sake. We do recount and almost relive the horrors of the past. But those of us who have tried to shoulder the entire burden and trouble of others find we are soon overcome by them. Now, what about this person from Wednesday? They've been on my, but I can't let it become a burden. I can pray, I can hope. I've been through this situation hundreds of times. It doesn't really get easier. I mean, you get a little more used to it, but it doesn't really get, for me anyway, it hasn't gotten any easier. It's tough, man. What we do is hard work. And I understand that we might want recognition for that. Right? And you are going to get recognition for it from God. You got two options on that. You can either provide your own recognition or you can let God do it. But you don't get both. See, in order for you to receive God's gift, there's another requirement, humility. You need humility. Or you're not even going to see the gift. You're not even going to understand it. You might even still get it, but you ain't going to understand it. Then you won't be able to utilize it. That kind of sucks. Because I tell you now that the gift from God is much better than any accolade you're going to give yourself. Right? So for his sake, we do recount and relive the horrors of the past. Sure, I do. I settled my past. I can talk about it freely. I wasn't always able to do that. See, I have CPTSD, and sometimes, because when I see we relive the horrors, I don't do that. I'm not going to relive them. My PTSD, I've got no. So that me reliving the horror is a little different. But what they're trying to say is we'll talk about it freely. And that is absolutely so. We think cheerfulness and laughter make for usefulness. How does this apply to the children? Because your children are watching you. Not just your children. Are you an auntie? Are you an uncle? Oh, they're watching you even more. Right? Like, I have nieces and I have more nieces than I do nephews, but I'm the cool uncle. When it comes to my grandkids, I'm just grandpa. So see, I have these different things, but they enjoy being around me because we have a good time. Because I'm there for them, because I care what happens. Because if somebody goes after them, they know that they're going to have to deal with me. And that helps them. That's kind of nice. Right? Now, I'm not always going to be around, so I'm going to have to teach, It doesn't happen often. My kids are pretty tough fuckers, man. All right. Outsiders are sometimes shocked when we burst into merriment over a seemingly tragic experience out of the past, but why shouldn't we laugh? We have recovered and have been given the power to help others. See, it's because our life is better. Our life is better. Freedom. Freedom, man. You need to be free. Yeah. And by freedom, I mean you should be able to go anywhere in this world without having to worry about it. Maybe not anywhere, but in a broad stroke sense, yeah. Right? Okay. Okay, I'm still pretty darn tired too. So everybody knows that those in bad health and those who seldom play do not laugh much. Yep. I know that because I went through it. And in sobriety, the first 4 years of my sobriety were they were fucking hard. I didn't just go through alcoholism. At a year of sobriety, my PTSD showed up, and it took me years. Yeah, I'm coming up. I'm at 9 years. I'm still working on it, but I'm at a place where I can maintain it. So I didn't do a lot of laughing in the beginning, but now guess what? I'm also free. I'm not necessarily all the way free from that, but it certainly is a lot better. I'm not on any meds for my mental illnesses. I don't need them. Right. So let each family play together or separately as much as their circumstances warrant. We are sure God wants us to be happy, joyous, and free. Sorry. Okay. Um, we cannot subscribe to the belief that this life is a vale of tears, though it was once just that for many of us. But it is clear that we made our own misery. God didn't do it. Avoid then the deliberate manufacture of misery. But if trouble comes, cheerfully capitalize it as an opportunity to demonstrate his omnipotence. I'm trying to remember where we're okay. It hasn't totally been on topic, but I will cover it. All right, I'm just going through it real quick here. Now about health, a body badly burned by alcohol does not often recover overnight, nor do twisted thinking and depression vanish in a twinkling. We are convinced that a spiritual mode of living is the most powerful health restorative. We who have recovered from serious drinking are miracles of mental health, but we have seen remarkable transformations in our bodies. Hardly one of our crowd shows any mark of dissipation. Yet, the body can make a comeback, your liver, your kidneys, things like that. The one that can't, though, the one that can't is your brain. Once you've lost a synapse, once you've lost a brain cell, it's gone. The brain, the brain does not necessarily heal itself like the other ones. What we can do is create new neural pathways. That's what we're doing. All right. But yeah, you know, you'll see somebody like maybe you see somebody they come in, right, and it's their in their first week. Then you don't see them for 2 months. You may not recognize them. You may not recognize them. It's happened to me where I met somebody and then I saw them again 2-3 months later. They did not look like the same person. Happens with my sponsees, not just physically, but emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. I watch these people change. I say to my sponsees often, especially in the first year, you're not the person I met 2 months ago. You're not that person anymore. I don't know if you realize that or not, but you're not. I see it. So I'm going to let you know. All right. All right. But this does not mean we disregard human health measures. God has abundantly supplied this world with fine doctors, psychologists, and practitioners of various kinds. Do not hesitate to take your health problems to such persons. Most of them give freely of themselves that their fellows may enjoy sound minds and bodies. Try to remember that though God has wrought miracles among us, we should never belittle a good doctor or psychiatrist. Their services are often indispensable in treating a newcomer and following his case afterwards. All right. So what they're saying here is this: detoxing from alcohol can kill you. Get them to detox. Okay. That's just what I'm going to say on that. All right. I'm going to get to the point where we're supposed to read because I am kind of fading quickly here. The alcoholic may find it hard to reestablish friendly relations with his children. Their young minds were impressionable while he was drinking. Without saying so, they may cordially hate him for what he has done to them and their mother. Yeah. The children are sometimes dominated by pathetic hardness and cynicism. They cannot seem to forgive and forget. This may hang on for months, long after the mother has accepted dad's new way of living and thinking. I have a grandchild going through that right now. I do. So they'll get there. They'll get there. Some kids it takes a little bit more time. I have two biological kids and two bonus children. And each one of them, it took a different amount of time for us to reestablish relationships. But I didn't stop trying. It took every single one of them took over 5 years. Right. And I don't blame them for that. I'm not upset with them about it. But what I didn't do is I didn't give up. I didn't give up on me. And eventually they saw that. Now I have great relationships with all of my children. I can talk to them about pretty much anything going on. If we need to discuss something, it doesn't need to be an argument. Right. And they're learning how to be better people because I decided to be a better person around them. It does work that way. All right. While on the road to recovery, I received a gift that could not be purchased. It was a card from my son in college saying, "Dad, you can't imagine how glad I am that everything is okay. Happy birthday. I love you." Yeah. I remember my first one. Dad, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. It's nice to hear from your children. It is. Because it means that something's happening. Now, why is this kid grateful? Because he could go to college without having to wonder whether his dad was going to drink himself to death. That was the gift. That was the actual gift. Freedom. You think you're just working with your freedom? No. Everybody around you is tied down by your alcoholism. So we got to give them their freedom back too. Instead of consuming all their time with our needs and wants and demands. Yep. Now they're free to go do what they need to do and they can trust you. I had one sponsee, he was watching the kids. He's like, "Yeah, what? I got the kids today." I'm like, "Oh, the wife trusts you again, huh?" And he got kind of mad at me. Then he went and asked his wife, "Did you trust me to have the kids while I was drinking?" She said, "Fuck no." Are you kidding? Uh-uh. All right. So these are now, shit. Now this person's wife gets to go to work or do whatever she needs to do during the day without having to worry about that, which means she's going to have a better time, a better life, a better relationships. See, you have an effect on people bigger than you know. My son had told me that he loved me before. It had been during the previous Christmas holidays that he said to me while crying, "Dad, I love you. Can't you see what you're doing to yourself?" I couldn't. Choked with emotion, I had cried, but this time when I received my son's card, my tears were tears of joy, not desperation. 1 year, huh? Not buying it. Sorry, I'm not buying it. It's pretty quick, actually. No, I buy it. I do. The reason I said that real quick is because my perception is different. My experience is different. 1 year was definitely not enough for my kids. That's how I need to put it. That's what I meant by it. So, all right. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I appreciate it. I love you. You know I do. Peace out and have a day.